Ugh, what's that smell? Is it you? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. It doesn't smell in here. Trust me, believe me, it does not smell in here. Yes, there's what, 27 birds in here, but believe me, it does not smell in here. And the reason why you should trust me is because I suffer with osmophobia, which is basically the fear. It's not really a fear, it's just the dislike of really strong smells and odors and stuff. It's a medical term for it. So, I've been in some chicken coops before and I've just been like just burning your eyes. It's horrid. So, put it this way, it doesn't smell in here, it's nice and fresh, and it's better for them and it's better for me too. It's better for anyone who comes in here, because I'm sure if you've never smelled chicken poo before, like a strong smell of chicken poo, don't rush to do it, but when you smell it, you will never forget it. And here we have, if you can focus, this is chicken poop. And the green thing is a spade, if you haven't guessed. The dark greeny brown stuff is basically the digested food, and the white stuff is their urine. So they don't go toilet like most mammals, but at the same time they're omnivores, so it does stink. So most omnivorous poos smell really bad. Carnivores are the worst. But anyways, omnivorous poos stink. So that's why, another reason why I opted for the deep litter system. So as you can see, it's a typical Scottish, so the girls are kicking off. They love to kind of, this one's so undecided where to lay eggs. Hopefully she stays still. She's quite new to the chicken system. There you go, good on you, girl. But anyways, it's a typical Scottish day. It's overcast, it's foggy, there's a bit of rain, a bit of dry, you name it. So that's what makes poo stink, basically. It's the ammonia in the poo. So heat and moisture can make chicken poo just smell awful. So how can you fix this stench, this god-awful stench? Simple, isn't it? So here's what you do. This is what you do. Literally, you just keep layering. You're just putting carbon down. So preferably where they sleep. So this is where they roost. This is their roosting bar. There's 2 of them, and it's a 2x4, 2x4, 2x3, and it's kind of 2x3. It's a good old piece of wood. I recommend 2x3 because it means they can put their legs up and then kind of lay flat and then just look like kind of legless little feathered balls, basically. And again, sorry about the hen. She's kicking off. She's a noisy one. And yes, so basically just keep adding carbon material, and literally they come in, they scratch away because that's what chickens do, and just turn it into this lovely, you can see it composting down. Honestly, and again, I keep saying it does not smell in here. It does not smell. Take a lovely deep breath. And what helps with that, I find, is that it's very well ventilated in here. So I've got like a gap underneath, protected by chicken wire, and you can just about see through the slats as well. And I have gaps up here. You know what, let me get out, because he's worried about her kicking off and he won't come in because I'm in here, so let me get out for a little bit. Finally, she's laid an egg. She sings before and after. There we go, love. Bye. So hopefully, let me start again now. Sorry about that. She's very vocal, and there you have it. All that noise because of that. Thing is, I've never had a baby before, so I don't understand, so I'm sure I would kick off if I was laying something like that. So anyways, so just keep adding carbon, layers and layers of carbon, and I'd recommend using kind of shredded paper for chickens, because they come here and they scratch around and they do what they're doing, but I wouldn't recommend it on ducks. You can pretty much use it on any farm animal that you have. I'm sure you must have seen other videos. There'll be other videos online where people use deep litter systems when it comes to their animals, because it's just a lot easier. Also, if you're not sure the carbon and nitrogen why they help each other out, carbon needs a lot of nitrogen to break down, and like I said, the chicken poo is inundated with nitrogen, and shredded paper is a high carbonated source. So when they keep pooing on here, they all mix together and create some lovely compost. Another great thing about deep litter systems is that I don't have to clean this. I don't have to clean this every week like some people do, or every 2 weeks. I can clean this every 6 months, or I can clean it once a year. And that's the great thing about it, because I've got better things to do than cleaning that chicken poo all the time. So if I got a nice stash of carbon, come in here every so often, chuck it down, you're laughing. So that's the great thing about deep litter systems. And again, I keep saying it does not stink. If you come in your chicken pen, chicken coop, whatever animal coop you got, and it starts to get a bit dusty, then don't feel bad to put water down, because that will kind of aid the composition, because you don't want to come in it all dusty, because it's not good for your respiratory system. And the same with these guys. So I'm very fortunate this is quite boggy. Well, I'm living in Scotland, so it's wet enough, and right in here down there it tends to pool up with water, so I know it's going to be wet in here. It's at the bottom of a hill, so it's going to be wet all the time. And as I put my hand in there earlier, don't recommend that. It was very moist. Plus their poos are moist too. But like I said, well, everyone, I'm sure, well, people who see this might be living in different areas to me. It might be really, really dusty and really, really hot. And it's like max 21 degrees up here, which is kind of crazy in the summertime. But hey, that's life. I can deal with that. So yeah, just sprinkle some water down and then kind of mix it in and maybe add some more carbon too. And that should kind of solve your dusty problem. Also, if you're enjoying yourself so far, please consider subscribing, because basically I like compost, I like chickens, I live in out every day. Join us for the fun. Honestly, it's gonna be a good ride and it'll make the hens very happy. What I was saying, sorry, another girl is laying, look, she's laying best the best chicken roosting box. So the best nesting box I've got, which is the tumble dryer. It's great. It just looks sweet. I wish I had like 10 of them all lined up. Just make good use of. Anyways, I'm blabbing. So basically, deep litter systems have taught me a lot about compost, because it's like, I mean, you need carbon, you need water, you need air, and you need nitrogen basically to make good compost. And yeah, we've got nice moisture and you've got a nice collection of stuff. And another thing, don't be shy. You don't have just to rely on chicken poo just to kind of be the nitrogen matter. Say like you've cut your grass or you haven't got space for a compost heap, just come in here and sprinkle it in here. So you just kind of just keep adding up. The chickens will scratch and agitate and mix it all up, and that will add more to the nitrogen factor. And then you've got a nice, you're making compost where the chickens sleep. What's not to love about that? So there you have it, guys. Deep litter systems. And honestly, it's the chickens working away now. Doing what we want. She's spreading it around. Good on you, girl. And I love the way they just look down. But when I was moving stuff around it the other day, the amount of worms I saw here were just teeming around. I was just like, oh, this is what you want on your raised beds. Once it's kind of, oh look, she's got something. She was nibbling there, if you saw that. So yeah, I hope you learned something. And like I said, it will make you understand composition and compost like a lot more. Like I've learned a lot from just doing this. So make sure you come back if you're new here. Consider subscribing, because we'll be talking about compost soon. What are we talking about next? I don't even know. I don't even know. Chickens, that's it. I will talk about chickens and why I've got chickens. It's only been like just under a year since I've had chickens, but I've learned a hell of a lot from just jamming with them. So yeah. So peace and hugs from lovely Uist. And remember, it's not just my agenda, it's yours too. Another thing, deep litter systems don't stink.